Mm-hmm.
even on like both when it's like neutral or offense, and even mostly on defense even.
Okay. Mostly on
So,
defense, you look at yourself more than your opponent?
no, mostly on defense, I'm just not patient enough
Oh.
to actually defend, and I just jump in. And when I do actually like stay and defend, I don't know how to like balance it with actually pressuring to get something out of my defense. I just sit there and take swing baits,
Mm-hmm.
or I go in and get paid.
Okay, okay. Were you here for the coal lesson?
I was not.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Go ahead and send me the VOD you have picked.
I am sending.
Okay. Can you see my stream?
Mhm.
Alright, cool. Let's probably skip like the first couple matches because they're gonna be warm-ups. He's on Raptor. Okay. So just sticks to Raptor. Okay, he goes Candyman. What would you prefer we go for? Would you want the Raptor matches analyzed more or the Candyman matches?
I think I did better on the Candyman matches, so maybe we watch Raptor.
By better, what? How do you feel better?
I think I just took more games and made less mistakes.
What mistakes do you think Candyman causes you to make as opposed to Raptor?
I think I'm just more comfortable against Candy, to be honest.
You're
'Cause
more
I've played,
comfortable against Candy?
yeah, because I've played against Candy, and especially Puno's Candy, way more than I've played against the Raptor.
Oh, okay, okay. Alrighty. Let's find, like... Sure. Let's go... Sure, let's go for this game. Alright. Here we go. Okay, immediately I see something I don't like.
Charging.
Again, I've asked this question. I asked this question during the Cole lesson. What possesses you guys to do this?
Okay, I actually was there for that part.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. What do we do this for?
Okay, so this is a
Okay,
habit I
cool. You
picked
didn't
up.
actually do that. Okay, good.
No, it's a habit I picked up from doing the. I think Eon said the same thing. It's a habit I picked up from doing the like ALCT swing practice once and getting told that approaching with charge is good. And at this point it's been so long that I know it's not even really good. I just got so used to charging in neutral or in whenever I don't have the ball that I just do it.
Oh, that's a horrendous habit. No, we gotta fix that
It's
shit.
really bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. Okay, can you, however, let's use this as a learning opportunity and see where your fundamentals are at. So, can you tell me why it's a bad? Why it's
It's
really
bad
bad?
because it's bad because like whenever I charge, I can just get hit, and like that's it. I can't react quickly enough. I don't have as much mobility when I charge.
Yep.
They can just wait for whenever the swing gets out and then punish me. So
Yep.
bad.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad you didn't actually go for that.
May I share kind of a useful thing that I've heard from Puzzler?
No.
It's kind of a silly thing. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's Puzzler? Okay. It's basically like if you catch yourself charging, you have to taunt mid-game.
I did it once, but it went just badly because I wasn't punished enough for taunting.
You
I did it and it
taunt
kind of started
mid-game.
working.
That... Alright, whatever, man. Whatever works for whoever. Alright. 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 So, we have this... but you know what? No, it's still actually bad, because that kind of got you in a position where you couldn't go to the ball, and now you lost it. Like, you're lucky that Bruno hit the ball directly to you, to your side of the screen, but whatever. Alright. Smash, protect it, and sure. Because there's... If Puna plays his cards right, he will get the ball before you. So sure. Now you're out... What the fuck?
I chose again.
Well... I think you probably did a misinput here. I
don't know.
This, right. Okay, I'm actually having difficult... Okay.
This whole sequence is just crazy to
So, look, how close is it? No, that was intentional. Okay. Can you give me the benefits of doing this?
I cannot think of one.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Wait. All right, you know what? Let's turn this into... Okay. Reverse situation. What should we be doing instead? All right. Got Raptor here. We got Jet right behind him. What do we do instead? Okay.
Either save zone straight angle and just try to cover like a down and up angle from above, or stand behind him for whatever.
What do you mean by that? Stand behind him and then do what?
And bunt. Like stand behind, out of per range and bunt.
So like here?
Maybe a little closer, but yeah.
Here?
Around here, I think, yeah.
It's a little too close. Problem is like... I'm pretty sure you probably have already gotten, like... You know the thing where someone, like, does a straight into back, and then they, like, turn around and parry you?
Yeah.
Kind of opening yourself up to that, so you probably want to be a good chunk further away. But, again, the ball speed is so low, you can just do what Puno did, back to Puno immediately. You can time it so that the ball releases, and you time it with the bounce frames, because either he's going to send it up, or he's going to send it straight or down. It's going to bounce, and then you can hit the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do that quite a lot on low speed. I just kind of harass them with the like frame drops.
Okay, cool. Because as you should. So either up here, which I kind of like this option because a lot of people just tend to be like, all right, whatever, I guess I'll just send an angle, and you kind of get this for free. And the ball speed is so low that they can't really do anything about it. So I like that. But yeah, just be in general careful where you do this. And likely you'll probably want to like just be constantly mobile if you're trying to go for this option. Because a straight and then this motherfucker walks back to you and then just does this shit. Which is not fantastic. But yeah. Alright, cool. Not this. That's for sure. And in general, if you're not looking to like immediately like have the ball active, you shouldn't really be swinging. I don't even know why this is... If this was a bunt, it would make a bit more sense, but this is a swing, so... Does it make sense why it's worse to be bunting here, to be swinging here?
I guess because swinging just gives the ball away.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on.
Okay, again.
Why? Why, though?
I do not know.
Okay. Alright. No more. No more. It's done, okay? No more. We're done.
This is so funny to watch back because when I play, I notice I do it a lot, but I didn't notice I do it this much.
Literally 75% of your actual options have been just jump charging. No more. Don't do it again. I swear to God. Okay. What should we have done instead, huh? What should we have done instead? Let's look at it back. So we jump above that. What should we have done instead?
At this point, I definitely shouldn't have jumped. I could have just backbumped.
Yup. And probably also just jump back bunt as well to gain more momentum, because you know the angle's straight and you'll catch it if you jump back bunt. So, yep. You could also down bunted to like potentially get him to like go for like a prediction of like a smash, like you down bunted, they smash, and then you like have the ball for free. But yeah, not this. So you get saved. What should we have done here instead?
Could have jumped and floated and just bunted it.
Yep. You would have been in like 3 different way better scenarios if you just bunted instead of swung.
Yeah.
Or charged. And again, you only are in these positions because you keep jump swinging. So that needs to get fucking changed. Alright. Okay. Now, this is a bit more like specific to Jet. Because our spike angles are so similar to straight down, you really should make it a habit to always angle them. Because there really is no benefit that is offered by a straight down angle to Jet. Overall. Like, unless you're like right next to your opponent and you're like, oh, they're gonna cross this place, then sure. But if you had gone with a back spike, this is a minor optimization, but because our spike is useful because our angles suck, it is an important optimization to make. You would have gotten a bit more space, and that does add up in like just general plays all the time. So yeah.
See, okay.
Let's see it again though. So it was, yeah, this into down float into here. Yeah. So this would have also just enabled you to like go up here and like start juggling the ball, which would have been a lot safer than just this. This I assume is a parry. What the fuck is that? All right. I get, oh, that's a safe steal. I see. Held it for too long, and now what do we do? Okay, nice. All right. Not bad, but let's see. So here, what are you looking for to get?
Actually, a good question. I feel like a lot of time I just kind of go into control without having a specific objective in mind.
Mm-hmm. So even when you're controlling though, like, what do you want to get out of your bubble? Overall.
Well, damage is the most obvious thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like either preventing my opponent from getting the ball or getting damage.
Okay. And how have you found reliably to get damage through bubble?
Mostly swing baits.
Mostly swing baits. Okay. So, Jet, as I've played more and more and more of, I have realized that it's a lot harder to just send a threat like Candyman or Switch, where like, oh no, this is like actually scary. So, I think you probably will like how Jet plays at the higher level because it is a lot of ball hogging, where you need to like... Essentially, the game plan for Jet is to ball hog so much that your opponents, like... Essentially, you make your opponents numb to feints, like feint attacks, and then you eventually like use that like numbness to where they're like stop swinging as reliably to like get into to like open them up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
So overall, just ball hogging is good, but you need to be like make sure you reliably can get the ball back. So I like this. I like you staying like close here, and you can see that Puno's not really gonna die to this. So you like, so you keep it straight up. I guess you ran out of hover here and you didn't expect to run out of hover, and that's why
Yeah.
you go down?
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
But you also didn't bunt. Which, that's a little problematic that you didn't try to bunt, because I feel like you probably you definitely have enough time to bunt here.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also dangerous because Puno could have sniped you, so.
Yeah, and another mistake I find myself doing a lot is like going for the same type of straight angle at the top of the screen and then down bunting at the wrong position and just getting buried.
Right. I was going to ask you, so if you can try to imagine yourself doing this combo right now, where would your eyes be?
They should be on Puno to know if
They
I can.
should be, but where would they be?
They probably would have been either on me or on the ball.
Okay. And that is the source of why you probably get hit when you're trying to just do that same bunt. Because already this is a problem. The fact that you guys are going like, this is a problem. So you're closer to the ball obviously because you're higher than him, but he can easily close the distance with a jump. You want to be on the other side of the stage really to be able to make ball hogging effective. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously in the middle that's harder, but yeah. So the fact that you drop here, it perplexes me. But okay. Let's see a little more. I'm curious. Okay. So did you want to go for that bait of like, yo, I'm gonna jump, so like come smash parry me? What was that for?
I think I wanted to jump in for the ball and just, just bunt, but I noticed a little early that I'm not going to get it, so I just didn't bunt.
Okay, that's good. Hang on. Hello Kevron, hello Eon, hello Puno, hello Hi. Alright. But yeah, that is what you should be doing. I don't like where you're going here. Let's see. Ooh, dangerous. Why is this dangerous, Eli?
He can drop down and parry, I guess.
Yeah. So let's rewind this position again. This is good, by the way. I want you to try to incorporate this in general to just fake your opponents out with like, because here's a lovely little advantage. So even though you're both down here, who's gonna get hit by the ball?
I'm guessing Puno since it's my ball.
Exactly. So when the ball, depending on who has the ball, it also gives them way more freedom, because essentially you can camp up here and force your opponent to do way more limited options than you can do. Because of Jed's specialty, but you can just camp up in the air, move like through this space, and have like instant access to the ball, while Puno has to approach in a way more restricted space. So now it's kind of like you're kind of looking at Puno being like, okay, what are you gonna do now? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when he does inevitably bite, which a lot of players will bite because they think, oh, you're gonna go up there to like start retaking it, that's how you get this bait off. So try to get this consistently, because Jet can get the ball here in a lot. It's very common for us to get it here.
Okay.
Now, how would you rather have punished him like parrying here?
What could I have done here instead? If I just position about where he is smashing now, I would have caught it, I think.
So you would want to be here?
About here, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
could he not?
yeah, you could have. You could have jumped up to take it. And because I'm pretty sure he, like, this looks like either he used one of his jumps or both, but I think he probably used both of his jumps. That would have been just a free ball for you at the top of the ceiling. You could also look at how much time. Look at how much time you got.
Yeah,
Where's this
didn't
ball
have
gonna go?
time to just position in front.
Where's this ball gonna go? You could have just waited for it to come back here. And then you have all of this stage to work with.
Oh, I never positioned that far ahead into smashes.
You gotta. Like, because then, like, he loses the ball, and you have the majority of the stage to work with. He can't, he legit has no plan to attack you here. Because this ball is just gonna bounce up here, and it's gone. You have it. Perfect time for a white girl catch? It never is high with Jet. Jet's white girl catches are fucking terrible. These angles suck, man. Eli, have you ever thought about not dying?
I tried it, and it really never works.
Okay, excellent. But yeah, does it make sense why you would want to, like, space over here instead of down here?
Yeah, I see now.
Like, this looks a little less risky than this, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Again, simple stuff, but... Alright, let's move on. So, you don't die to this.
By the way, like, this one thing gets me, like, just positioning too close to angles get me parried so much. It's like, it's insane. Like, I would position too close, bunt, get parried again, and then just like, that's it.
Why do you think that happens? What puts you in situations that get you too close?
I just don't position far enough.
Why? What are you looking to get out being that close to your opponent?
I think it's just easier for me to get the ball. Yeah.
It's easier to get the ball and what else? Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, go ahead. Please do think. I do want you to, like, think about this.
I'm probably positioning closer since I feel like I know the angles well enough to position further.
Wait, you know the angles closer? You do. Wait, hang on.
Since if you're closer, you don't need to know the angle, right? You just kind of bunt.
So we're defending without knowing angles. Is that what I'm getting?
No, the thing is, I do know the angles. I
Then
just
why?
I don't know.
You do know. You know it internally. So find the answer.
I know that.
Why is it more comfortable for you to be there instead of there?
Oh, sorry. My dad came in.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, because I defend immediately. Anyway, I think it's just more comfortable for me to position closer, which is why I keep doing it and keep dying.
Okay, again, but why is it more comfortable for you? That's what I want to know.
I think I'm just not confident enough in my defense and my angle knowledge.
Why is that? What did you end up like missing angles when you space far enough?
Hmm. I don't think I tried it enough to actually like have the experience with it.
You. All right. Well,
No, it
let's
also
do a little bit.
depends. It depends on the character as well, because
Okay.
I feel like against
Raptor is here. Where will you position Jet on the ground to catch? All of his angles.
around where the like little skeleton is in the background,
Here?
something like that.
I think that's good. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's just down angled. It's just stupid. But yeah. Cool. Well, you got it. All right. Let's try a different one. Let's change map. Let's go to room. All right. Cool. Raptor is here. Where do you position for this? Actually, tell you what, before that, Raptor's here. Where do you position?
About like midway between Raptor and the end of the stage, something like that.
Like here?
A little further, maybe even further. Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah, this looks fine.
I think you get headshot. Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Room very tall. That's why I wanted to have a look at that. Yep, that is ground down. You gotta be over here. Okay. So when trying to cover angles from far away, what do you do exactly?
I just position where it feels right and but
Where it feels right. How do you know where it feels right?
mostly from experience and from looking at the angles a couple times.
Okay. So let's try this again. Where do you position here?
One is harder. It's like earlier, like I could position above him to safe zone straight and just catch down and up angle.
And where would that be?
Above him and a bit to the right.
Above him and a bit to the right.
Right, and a bit to the
Here?
right, I think. Actually, no, I think down angle might not be caught here. Will it?
Can't defending close be better if it's more suited to what you're doing? No, the defending close definitely has its merits, but I want to understand why Eli wants to defend close. Because it is important to be able to both be able to defend close and far. So you should have both the tools to defend close and far, and then you use either one depending on the situation. You can't just say, whatever, I'm not going to learn close. I will simply just defend close, because that's just going to make you filled with crutches. Hello, Jake Gyllenhaal. So where would you defend?
About here, and or maybe a bit higher, but I think about here.
So here?
Let's say here.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of this one. Like, you do catch these, don't get me wrong, but you also have a guy right underneath you ready to do this.
Yeah.
This was more of a trick question, I won't lie, because this is just hard in general to think about. But around here is like the primo spot. Okay. I more did this just to see kind of your aptitude in general of knowing where angles go. So I think I'm gonna give you a little bit of homework in general to have a look at one of your games, and whenever like your opponent like hits the ball with like a neutral swing or whatever, I want you to try to make some screenshots of where you think you should be positioning if you are to position and to be like far from your opponent. Okay?
Okay.
I think you will need to do this because I think you are a bit off, as with this one here, and also yeah, I really does it look good being right here? Would you be comfortable bunting here?
Actually, forward bunt shouldn't be that bad.
No, forward bunt's not bad, but I don't know. Alright, cool. Let's move on. Here. Alright, so here you're on the wall. Puno should have been here. This is easy coverage. Come on. Alright. Down here, you don't have the height. Oh, damn. Nice. Okay, Alright, fair enough. You know what? I like this more than potentially spending more time. Because Puno's really close to you, so he could have gone for aggro. So, I'm fine with that. It's just a misinput. Now what? Ooh. Alright. What do you think is the problem here?
I think I should not have chased him. Should not chase them with the down bun.
Why?
Since they already got it, so
They already got it?
It's not my turn.
It's not your turn, and also, even if it is your turn, and you got this before him, what would you have earned?
Could have earned the parry.
Sorry, what?
Could have earned the parry if it was my turn. They went for it, no?
Yep, you like, I'm saying, like, if you were able to get the bunt off first, what would you have earned?
Well, the ball.
Well, no, because you're right there. You're right inside of him, and he's swinging.
Yeah.
So
I
all
see what
you've
you mean.
earned is you've
I
just
just
given
died.
him a bunted ball. Another basic, really basic principle is just don't be bunting right in your opponent's face. You're gonna get hit for it for free.
Yeah, while this session was happening, Puno kept telling me, "Hey, don't bunt in my face," and then I kept doing it.
Yep, good mix-up from Puno. This is in general like kind of hard to deal with, cause like it gets to the end of hit lag, like if you bunt, you're in danger because they can like send the ball up and then parry your bunt. If you blaze, they can time you out, and if you just get up, you're in danger. So this is just a bit of an unfortunate situation. And you were patient, so let's see. Here, yeah, not gonna lie, I probably would have done like a similar thing, like, cause you're already not invincible, so it's tricky. All right, first stock to Puno. Like, the objective answer is like, yeah, dude, have more patience, but difficult situation. All right. You got punished by this. How many serves do you have, fella?
Like 3, maybe.
Okay.
But I do this one more often than the others, so they kind of knew already.
Okay. It's overall fine, but well, okay. I'm just gonna keep a mental note of it. All right. Okay. What's that?
It's smash.
Big read, and now you're kind of fucked. Now Puno has. Oh, okay. I was about to say Puno has a bunch of space, and then he proceeded to give it all away. But you gave Puno a bunch of space here, and then he could have just started doing stuff. But that's not the case. You run away, which can be fine, but realistically, like, no, you know what? It's fine. All right. So here, okay. What do you expect to happen here?
I think I jumped for it just because I was like, oh yeah, ball, let's smash it, and then I realized it's not mine and just went back down.
Why is it not yours?
They were just closer to it. It was
Are
bunted
they?
in the face, I was closer.
Does that look like if you activated both hitboxes, like that only Puno could hit it?
No, but you would probably get it earlier.
Why? If
Wouldn't
both
it?
of you press the button at the same frame here, what happens?
Is it really a clash?
Yeah, it's definitely a clash. This, I'm saying to illustrate, is that this like close coverage can very well be done, and it's good. Like, here, this is excellent. Like, you've spaced it perfectly outside of pair range, and this is good. However, this is way too close. Because right now, what you've done is, have you heard me explain the concept of neutral before?
I have no.
Okay. Essentially, the concept is like, if the ball is bunted and both players are able to hit it in the next frame, who has the advantage?
None of the players.
Exactly. Therefore, the ball is in neutral. So, by going this close, you are, like, both players can hit the ball in the next frame, but you are not doing it. And if that's the case, you've put yourself way too close. Because if you can hit the ball, then that means you can also get parried by the ball. So, this is when you're covering way too close. If you're gonna be here, you should be like straight up either immediately like backing away, because people's like instinct will be to like hit the ball because it's like, oh shit, right there. So like you back away to like catch what they offer, or you're already here, have the confidence to take it. Does that make sense?
I see what you mean.
Okay. Puno will bunt close to his opponent, so he does that mistake too. You'll wait, and why are we swinging?
If I bunt I just get smashed in the face.
I mean, yeah, but why can't we be mobile? It's not like this ball is right in the corner where if you bunt it, it's immediately gonna go here. You got time to like, there's plenty of time for like the ball to travel. But look, again, I'm being too harsh. I think whenever I see Jet, I'm just like, I feel like I know her better. Like, so it just immediately is like, what are we doing here? This is fine.
Yeah, I've been playing Jet for like, what, 2 months now?
Overall, like, this is similar to like how I want you to approach, and you have good timing here of like the situation we talked about in the corner, where again you should swing because if you don't, it's a bunt close to your opponent. Blah 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 blah. So you know what? No. I rescind my statement. This is fine. Okay. Ugh, close to your opponent. Now, you know the ball is gonna go one way, so you know the ball is getting sent up. So why would you not chase it? Or make use of the angle you're sending here?
Actually, I don't know what my idea was doing this. I would have been better off even if I like slide bunted towards the ball, like towards the wall.
Yeah, but in general, you should have like you should be moving like to the ball. Definitely not just. Is that a straight bunt? No, it's a back bunt. Like, you know where the ball is going, you send it up so it'll have more travel time and recovery. So you can close, like, distance to the corner. And when you do that, you kind of force Puno, like, okay. Overall, what this situation I think should look like is, you hit the ball here, okay. Then, now it's obviously your ball, so if Puno wants to interact with it, wants to be here, he's going to have to interact with the ball, otherwise he dies. So you're able to just kind of watch him, which is good. But you give away the ground. I don't... Hang on a minute. You're right. I apologize, Puno. I keep forgetting. My bad. Let's see. No. You could have gotten a bit more room, I guess. I guess this is a situation where because Puno isn't backing down, you probably would. Never mind. This isn't so cut and dry as I had initially thought. Okay, let's keep it moving, because there's a bunch of things you could do. I think, but probably like, since Puno's this close, if you would want a bunt, you would want to have it like be further into the corner or swing here. Have I lost track of you? Have you lost track? Because I have been kind of just been going all over the place here, I realized.
No, I understand that. Not like I could have either followed the ball with the angle or try to bunt it more towards the wall so Puno would have less of an opportunity to get it. But other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah. Alright. Dangerous. But again, it's fine. Alright. We have a combo going. We've used up 2 of our bubbles. It's in the corner. Okay. Now we claim it back. A miss, that's fine. That's hard to get. Now it's yours. Another whiff. But now it's fine. This is enough space. Sure. And another one of these.
I went for so many of these that set. And but like by the end, they started like wall bunting and punishing it.
They could. They should. Oh wow! I'm shocked you were able to catch that. Okay. Don't you? Okay. Cool. All right. Good attempt at Puno trying to bait you for a parry, but that's a bit unfortunate. What am I looking for? I don't know. Overall, I think this is fine, to be honest. Like, realistically, the only problem I see here is, like, why are we... I want to ask, why are we moving back here?
Don't think there's any specific reason.
Just moving.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of moving around.
Because the thing is like, bubble gets significantly weaker when your opponent can safe zone it. So by pointing bubble this way, you're losing more distance, and the bubble can only just go here, which is immediately going to target the wall. In a way, you kind of want the bubble always to be facing the opponent, so you can have the threat of bubble pop and then other stuff like happening. Like, this is not horrible, but you would overall want the bubble drifting towards the middle of the stage, like target towards your opponent. rather than like hitting it towards the wall. Does that make sense?
So a better option here would be to like turn around and maybe rebubble up.
It would be better if instead of here you would be facing down, like flipped. You'd be facing right instead of facing left.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think I went to the wall just because I really like the timing mix-up I get with the wall.
It's good. It definitely helps, but there's also a very high risk that you get down bunted there if you try to go for that. Cause obviously if you're going to double bubble, you can't parry it. And what good players are gonna do is like you will double bubble and then they'll go up to your hit lag and just take it from you, and there's nothing you can do about it with a bunt. So being on the ground and doing that mix up is very dangerous if the higher you get. Like if I give that opportunity to someone like Al, I'm dead. Like be careful of that. It helps a lot like being near the wall to do that mix up, because you can also like turn around and add more or less like bounce frames to it, but you'd want to be in the air for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever played anyone good enough to actually punish me for it.
Alright, now we have this. Alright. Cool, you're both used to each other's serves. Alright. Or is that fine? Let's see. Let me watch the situation again. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You just got greedy over that. Like, if your opponent is good and they're able to time it, there's no chance you'll get the ball, like, in that state. Because they'll just time it right after it releases and you'll still be stuck in recovery. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, you get hit. This is dangerous. Puno got a bit too greedy with the mix-up. So, good get up. Now how do we... Ooh! Okay, there's parts of the idea that I like. So, two ways that I think you can approach a situation like this is... Oh, wow, that's great. Two ways I think you can approach a situation like this is to do just in general corner stuff, which is time your movement so that ball releases, you start moving, and then you use like bounce frames to your advantage. So you would be like here and like catch the ball. Or you just wait out Raptor and shadow him and just like come it around here and just like try to catch the ball. This is higher than it should be. Yeah, it's like here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see.
Like, you can go for the more aggressive option, or just space it out like this.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do with that one, though?
Let's see.
Like,
Honestly, don't.
because obviously, you wouldn't want to just, like, bunt out of their hit. Like, that's not preferable to anything, is it?
I'm now realizing that I do that quite a bit and get punished for it quite a bit.
Well... Oh my god.
Just dead. Just lost control.
Alright, you should have gone parried here. You're bunting really close to your opponent. Misinput. The jet special. Misinput into I hit you. Actually, I meant to do that. Another bunt really close to your opponent. Swing here. Could Puno have hit the ball? Ah? They're probably still in recovery. Okay. It's fine. But I would probably want, like... The ball is slow enough so that if you jump back bunt here, it's, like... You'll be fine. To just, like... Safe zone the straight angle potential parry here. And also deal with the angles later on. Alright, so we have bubble here. Okay. It's a fine floor trap. It's a basic attack, but... Realistically, this attack is too basic. Right? Like, it gets the job done, sure, but...
What better option?
Puno, what Puno should have done here, instead of just, like, do that immediately, like, I'm shocked. Wait, how the fuck did he get countered if he spiked? Oh, he smashed. I see. Okay. Instead of doing that, using the wall would have been of a great advantage. The problem with this attack, as reliable as it is, and like people love to jump against Jet, it's like eventually people will just start like just floating up here and then your threat's immediately gone. So send this out, but be ready to immediately start like taking the ball again. You are in the scenario where like if you remember up here, you send the ball up here and then you're like, okay, cool, I can combo. It's this scenario, but mirrored. And so, but this time around, Puno's on one side of the stage and you're on the other side of the stage. So you have this side of the stage that you can bunt freely and just start comboing again. So when in the scenario, try for the floor trap, but don't always go for it because it's really basic and likely to just get countered and you just lose the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I give it like a couple seconds to run, maybe like a second, and then I can bring it back and keep comboing.
Yeah. Okay, damn. The air turn down angle, fucking okay, damn. Alright, excuse me?
At this point, these charges are basically like my idle animation. Whenever
You're
I
not
don't do-
idling though, you're hitting the ball.
Whenever I don't do anything, it's just the fucking jump charge.
Okay, good timing. That's dangerous. It's fine because again, Puno was going for a smash, and you would have been able to parry them, so it's fine. And just the threat of that is good. What the fuck? I guess you mistimed the grab buffer. So
Yeah, I did.
alright, they're gonna take the ball. Alright. We're afraid. Alright, it works. Whatever. That was a burst of all time, sure. Puna lets go of their ball. Okay, good timing again. A bit of a whiff there. Yeah. Alright. Good. Hey, nice. Good. Extra damage. Oh, shit. Was that a re-bunt? Yeah, very good timing on that. That must have been like a frame or two away from being frame perfect. That was great. Okay. Okay, I like the up-angled reaction check. Like, it's a basic attack again, but they're useful. Realistically, what I would what I would rather you have done, however, I would say that there's a better option here. So this is excellent. This is actually perfect. So what do you think would have been the better option here? There is a better option instead of doing that.
They were far enough for me to go for a forward spike into parry bait, maybe.
That's an option. Okay. That's not really what I was looking for, but sure. Yeah. More or less what I was looking for would be they are also far enough to where you could turn around, hit the ball to the right, and build special for free. And then you could start threatening them.
Right.
Because the problem is like, but like we said, bubbling is like perfect for just getting your opponent numbed to feints. Like, it's like, oh, are they gonna bubble here? Are they gonna bubble here? No, 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 no. However, are you afraid? Would you as Puno be afraid of bubble here?
Yes, actually.
Why? You have
Since
2 meter.
Oh, I thought you meant if I did.
I
have
know,
bubble,
I
it would-
know, but you have 2 meter here.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
same.
so Puno's not afraid. They're not afraid at all. So, but if you had meter here, it would be way more threatening.
Right. If I had meter here, it would have been actually a pretty scary situation for Puno.
Exactly. With more like combo characters, which Jet kind of is, and like more of like a ball hog character, you kind of really need special all the time to do anything. Because God knows we're not doing shit bare bones. So, you have the range, you have the stage, so instead of sending it there, send it back, hit it again, build meter, and then you can start adding way more weight to your reaction checks by having the threat of bubble also existing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Alright. So Puno's able to get that. That could have been a parry. Oh, very close. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. That... No. Yeah. I think you understand what the problem is here.
Yeah.
Good attack by Puno, but too close. Too close with the bunt. Okay. Now this, I'm pretty sure, from the looks of it... Look at that. Did you see what you just did there?
I went back.
Yep. You just surrendered the space.
Why did I go back?
I'll tell you why you went back. Because, like, this happens in general. It happens to me as well. It happens to tons of people. Like, you're already thinking of, like, oh, they're going to get it before me, so I should position right behind them. But you've also done the option that is like, oh, I need to go more in. You've blended 2 options into one, and you made it awful.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. Here, you should have just been like, okay, cool, ball speed's low enough, it's mine, I'm gonna go forward. Which still could be dangerous if Puno held forward way earlier. Alright. Okay. Fine. Good. You're not jumping all the way in. So you're still, like, at a distance. Okay. But, again, catching with swings, not what we want to see. Okay. Cool. Alright. Now, oh, that's a shame.
I don't like the down band.
That is crazy that he was able to get it, which is good. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. What do you mean you don't like the down bun?
Was the down band there good? It felt like I just kind of gave it...
Down bun?
Yeah, like... This one?
Well, that's
What's
just to
one?
get you in position to spike.
Yeah, I guess they weren't able to get it since they were...
Well, it's for... Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh yeah, down bunting here is the correct move, but, like, that's the only way you would be able to spike, and you were going for spike setup here.
Right.
Now, I think... I don't know why you're trying to bunt this. We're leaving? I mean, sure, it did look like it was gonna kill them. I was surprised it did kill them. I'm surprised it didn't kill them, but... Like... you know, like you already talked about like having the spike parry setup. Where was it? And unfortunate missed time. Dude, what? You should have been hit it here 5 times.
Yeah, I just kept bunting it for some reason.
Nope. We're doing the thing again where we're getting too close to the opponent and just not we're getting too close to the opponent and not like actually doing the thing. You don't. It's the same thing with the situation we went over before, but also the situation where you went back around here, like this, where you're putting yourself in the close range situation, but you're not acting how you should be when you're in close range. You gotta be more proactive when you do this. Like, if you're gonna step forward in here, like, just swinging on the ground's not enough. Make sense?
Yeah.
What's up? What's on your mind?
No, I'm thinking.
About? What you thinking about?
Aggressive in that situation.
What's up? I heard aggressive in that situation. That's it.
Do I even want to be that aggressive in that situation? I think just staying back would have been
Yep.
way better.
It's not really a great situation because, like, you can get the down bunt, and a lot of Raptors do get the down bunt, but, like, this is kind of up to you how aggro you want to be, because a lot of Raptor players will, like, just bunt the ball out, or you could, like, time it so that you get early release and late release. But, again, it's difficult. You could just be literally further away. Yup, too close. And see, that does work because you have special there.
Exactly, yeah.
Because by hitting the ball here, there's a lot of threats that are created. It's this threat, but also the possibility of bubble into just re-hit immediately, and then there's 2 timings to worry about. Now, you would want to be closer to your opponent because it's way easier to safe zone the further you are. So, but this is the principle that you should be following. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, questions.
Don't know. I'm just blanking right now since we already went over a couple of things.
But yeah, we did, but do you have any, like, thoughts on any of these things? Stuff that, like, just anything at all?
I don't think I have anything to add. I'll definitely rewatch it, and then like a million questions pop into my mind, which is like,
That's just kind of how it is for you.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what are the main things that you are taking away from this?
Mostly stuff I already knew, which is kind of a little disappointing, but yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Puno has a thought. What is your thought, Puno? So what has prevented you from improving on the areas that you already knew?
I honestly don't know. I, I, I think I've been making these same mistakes for like 2 months now. I'm just not. That's a really good question. Because I know I bumped too close to the opponent. I know I should not be like jump charging or just charging in general like that
Mm-hmm.
for a while.
But
But I never changed it.
why?
It's an incredibly good question.
Here's the thing. I know how this feels very well because on my end, one of the frustrating things, at least for me, is that throughout all my time, the one issue that has just been the same is just like, gotta learn ball control, blah, blah, blah. Like, every time. And without specifically dedicating myself to learn ball control, there would be minimal, if any, improvement whatsoever. In your games, do you actively think, stop charging, watch out how close you are, and all these things? Do you think about this actively?
Not enough, actually. Like
You
I do, when I die to it, I think about it for like a couple seconds, and then I just re-lock in on the game and forget.
you need to take time to be able to play games. Fuck the results. You need to just think about, like, for this game, all I'm gonna do is concentrate on my defense and make sure that I'm catching stuff with bunts, that I'm properly spaced, and that's it. Focus on that for like a couple of games. Makes sense?
Definitely.
You gotta start doing
but
that. Cause like,
I've done this before to do like the opposite. Instead of to break down a habit, I did it to learn habits when I started playing the game. So when I wanted to learn how to consistently hold the jump to float, I went into games only looking to remember to hold jump to float.
well, you gotta do that here as well. It's a lot simpler than it is. Once you are able to get these like more glaring flaws, you'll be able to get past them, and then we can start looking at more like at different things. Because to be honest, I feel like from what I saw, I feel like the decisions you made were pretty good on average, but those like things that you did mess up prevented you from being in better situations a lot, or got you in even worse ones.
Yeah, I see.
We do think while we play, Nenjay. It is true. Weird methods like taunting after every charge. Yeah. Forces you to notice things, and if the silliness makes it feel less bad. So much to work on, it's difficult to focus at all. Yeah, but that's why you should concentrate on one thing at a time. You can't be like it's harder to be able to think about like fixing 5 issues at once, but it is a lot easier to just be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna just be charging for this game, and just do that until like you feel the habit like slowly start to die. Does that make sense?
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go do that.
All right, your homework is to do that for charging, for being close to your opponent, I also want you to put emphasis on building meter before you're attacking. And finally, try to have a look at it. If you're in a position where you are like, I don't really know where I would cover this, and that's why you're close, I want you to go into the angle tool and try to figure out where you should have positioned. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Overall, that's that. I don't really have too much else to say.
Like, I have more stuff about my gameplay in general that we didn't cover, but I guess that's for another time.
What stuff?
So, one thing is, I feel like my gameplay mostly focuses on just, well, I combo a bunch on low speed, but I get too focused on comboing on low speed that I don't release the ball at... okay, I'll say it in a different way. I release the ball in two expected ways. Like, I keep releasing the ball at the same point in my offense that it's really easily predictable. So, like, I know...
How do you stop that is the question, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but I think the answer is kind of the same as the habit thing. It's just going into a game and trying to think about only like changing up the way I attack.
This one is particularly hard to fix. I'm battling it myself right now too, because these are also combos that basically are just ingrained in you. And like you said a couple of times this session, you weren't sure exactly why you were sending the ball this way or that way. Because these are probably combos that you like, because Bubble has to act fast a lot of the time, so you don't get a lot of time to be like, oh yeah, let's go like here and do this weird thing and try to do that. This is another habit you're going to have to fix, but it's especially difficult. Like, training yourself to not be predictable is kind of like an oxymoron in itself. Yeah. Like, you're going to have to increase your tools. You're going to have to increase your tools, but you're also going to have to think more while you do it. But overall, I think an important part of Jet's offense is honestly to slow down a little bit. Cause
yes, go on.
The more you like just keep the ball like at like, let's say you're hitting the ball at 50 speed and bubbling it and rebubbling it constantly. There's only one timing I have to really look out for. Cause you're immediately hitting it as soon as you like, but as soon as you can, over and over again, right?
Yeah, so actually I have found the same thing to be true. Like when I do slow down, I can attack more properly. But then I also feel like the I don't know what to call it. Is it the mental stack or the intimidation of the fast low speed isn't there anymore, so I kind of lose out on an aspect of my attack.
In a way, it is true that, yeah, the mental stack does go down, because when you're going like left, right, bunt down, bang, 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 like your opponent, like there's definitely in a way, there's fewer options for your opponent to have to consider. But if you're constantly just comboing the ball at a specific rhythm, which is just bubble the ball, instantly hit it, bubble the ball, instantly hit it, jump, bunt immediately, and like just rebubble again, your opponent no longer has to really worry about timing mix-ups, because you're going to be sending it at very specific intervals. Your opponent's also not going to have to worry about how the bubble moves, because it's going to, like, for all intents and purposes, it's not moving at all, because it's just, you're instantly hitting it as soon as it starts drifting. So on and so forth. Like, comboing is good, but you nuke a lot of the options that Bubble grants you for free by doing it as fast as possible.
Right, I see.
I think
Needs to be.
try to slow down when you're bubbling, because when you do so, we'll go back to the thing about like your bubble like making your opponents like tired of being fainted. Like if the like I said, if you're always swinging instantly, they know what to expect. And so you lose out on the mental stack that is also offered by delays on the bubble. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so if I go like fast control and then bubble, let it drift for a second, then go
Yeah.
fast again, let it drift for like
Yeah, that's
changing up the rhythm.
you
is
have to
probably what
change
I-
up your rhythm constantly.
That's so difficult to actually do in practice.
It's insanely difficult. The reason, and it's not really because it's like hard to input, it's because you have to be unpredictable.
Yeah,
And
need to
trying to be
go-
unpredictable is not very easy. if it's not possible really at all. But you have to give your I think the secret lies far more in the confidence that you need to have in yourself that this ball that is currently drifting in bubble is still dangerous, and there is a purpose to it. I think that's where the secret lies. In like, this is still good, and yeah, that's it.
Right, okay.
Other questions, fella?
That's actually interesting, yeah. Other questions?
Because you had like other stuff about your playstyle that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to touch on.
Yeah, I had another thing. Wait, let me try to remember.
Just hit the ball hard or do some freestyle training mode and then go to normal matches and see what works. Yeah, overall that does work, but unless you like really give it consistent like focused repetition on like going from slow to fast to slow to fast to slow to slow to slow to fast to fast to slow to fast, slow, slow, fast, 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 like unless
Yeah,
you
that-
get comfortable in like switching constantly between styles, it's like you can do all the freestyle in the world, but you have to focus on it in game, and you have to just repeat it over and over. Feeling like
Yeah,
your
that's
actions are too drilled in and not responsive enough is really real. It's true.
That's crazy difficult, especially when I put so much time into training mode and going as fast as I can that I'm like so used to.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do have to. You're eliminating so much more of Bubble's potential threats by doing that.
Yeah.
But I think your inputs in general are really good, so I don't think you'll have that much of a problem learning it. Honestly.
Unfortunately, I can't think of anything else.
Okay. But if you do think about it, you can let me know and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability, fella.
Sure.
Okay, cool. I think that about wraps it up. Alright,
Well,
take care, everyone.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.